What's going on, smart people? Yesterday, I put out a poll saying I've got a little bit more time on my hands this week since it's Thanksgiving break, and I want to direct that extra time to making one of my more involved videos, one of which being the next episode in my Tensor Calculus for Physics Majors series. I guess you could, if you can even call it a series at this point still, since it's been like 4 months since the last one. And the other one being one of those funny skit videos. The reason I put those two on the poll is because no other videos I do take as long as they do to actually think of, record, and edit. You know, for the skit ones, it's like, it'll take me however long to write 20 jokes, and then I record it, and I'm like, shit, that's only a minute long of video. I need more. And so that just takes a long time. As for the Tensor Calculus one, I really try to approach those in a much more serious manner. It's not like the drinking and deriving ones. I take them more seriously, and I try to be as thorough as possible because if I'm very thorough and I'm explaining something that you already understand, you can skip through it. You can skip through the next section. But if I'm not thorough and I leave something out, then there's no way of getting that explanation. It's just not there. So I try to be as thorough as possible, and I do that by rederiving everything a bunch of times, taking my own personal notes in LaTeX, and making sure that I can explain it in the best way possible, instead of just saying, going through the math, like going through the derivation without explaining anything. I really try to make it a point of explaining what things mean physically, connecting it to things that are more familiar to people, and that just takes a lot of time. And when it comes to the videos I make, at any given day, I thought of, recorded, and edited that day's video that day. It's not like I'm recording a bunch in advance and then just uploading a bunch of pre-recorded videos. It's much more chaotic than that. That's why some days it'll be midnight by the time I actually upload a video. But those two types of videos I can't really do in a day. If I tried to do the skit one in a day, like Physics Majors, be like, it would end up being like 57 seconds long, which would be terrible. And if I tried to do the Tensor Calc one in a day, I'm at a larger risk of missing something big, which I'm not willing to do. So that's why it's been so long since I've uploaded one of those. But anyways, I put up the poll, out of Tensor Calc or funny skit, which would you rather see this week? You guys think you're funny? 915 votes, split right down the middle.
But Andrew, that's an odd number. How can it be split down the middle?
You're talking to the guy who made a 15-minute video on one type of approximation. It's split down the middle, okay? I know what you're doing. Okay, I know you're conspiring against me. You all met up behind my back and said, if Andrew doesn't respond in 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to leave. And if we vote and split our votes perfectly, then he'll have to either do both or none of them. I don't call you smart people for nothing. And you win. I'll do both. But then the question is, which one gets made first? I know, I have to feel like I can win something here. Initially, I was just going to flip a coin, and if it was landing on heads, then I'd do the Tensor Calc first. If it landed on tails, I would do the skit first. But let's be real, whatever I flip the coin, it'll land on what I meant for it to land on because of my sheer mastery of physics. So in order to take that bias out of my control, I'm on random.org so that I can instead just be using a random number generator to see which one we will do first. So this actually gets a random number based off of the static in the atmosphere, random noise in the atmosphere. So there's nothing more fair than that. We're going from 1 to 100. It's going to give me a random number in between these. As you can see, I did one before that gave me 26. I didn't record this before. I was just making sure that it worked. I promise. So if it gives me an even number, I will do the Tensor Calc first. If it gives me an odd number, I will do the skit first. Regardless of what wins, I'm not going to be doing that video tomorrow. It'll be sometime this week. Like I said, I can't do it in a day. But let's see. Random number 1 to 100. Even, tensors, odd, skits. And the winner is... Looks like we're doing the skit first, ladies and gentlemen. To be honest, I was kind of stoked to see that it was split down the middle like that, because when I make videos, I'm not sure if more people who watch my videos prefer me to be doing the skit ones or the strictly math derivation videos. So seeing that it was split like that shows that I really am just equally bad at both. It's nice to know that I disappoint both sides equally. That's all I've ever wanted to do. But when it comes to the skit videos, I've done like the 10 types of physics majors, or physics majors be like, and the Jesse Kyle's. Well, actually, that's not a skit, that's real. So in the comment section, let me know what types of the skit videos you'd like to see, and I might use that to help me decide of which one to make this week. So let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys there.